so much. And we're going to head back to Julia LaRoche. She's on the floor. Julia.
Hey, that's right. I'm here with one of our friends, Prince Dykes. He is the founder of the Global Children Financial Literacy Foundation. He's also an active service member of the United States Navy. And you've been coming here for 3 years. Prince, I have to ask you, what do you get out of coming here?
I get out a lot of things coming here. First of all, the networking, being able to hear from one of the greatest investors, or the greatest investor of all times. It's inspired me as a young investor myself. So I always love to get around and hear from, and being able to, to witness and see Mr. Buffett at 89 years old. And for the last 3 years, I learned a lot, being a big fan of Buffett. So that's what I definitely get from being out here.
And I know your passion is about increasing financial literacy amongst our youth. This is something that you are working toward. Buffett could be a great example. He thinks of himself as a teacher. What sort of lessons can young people, children, learn from coming here?
Oh yeah, definitely by being exposed to financial literacy topics like the whole concept of investing, the whole concept of credit, insurance, things like that, making sound judgments with investments, because the financial industry is geared towards adults. It's all about credit repair, fixing things. But if you start to educate children, you start to play preventive maintenance instead of trying to hey, this is broken now. So introducing those topics to a child, I think is very important.
Financial literacy is so important. It's something that we don't often see in our school system necessarily. What was it for you that sparked your interest in this area, and why you have made that your passion?
Okay, like you said, in my past 16 years active duty military, I started as a logistics specialist, and during that time, that was my introduction into finances. And during that introduction into finance, I went along and earned my associate's degree, my bachelor's degree, my MBA, Series 65, Series, all the other good stuff. So when I started to learn formally and informally about finances, I became very interested in why wasn't I taught this as a child? Why do I have to wait till be an adult to be, these topics to be brought to us? So I took it upon myself to turn around and start teaching my son Wesley. And that pretty much sparked everything. We start off with, just social media, and everything just grew from there.
I know that you like to talk to a lot of folks. You do a lot of videos on social media. If you had the opportunity to ask Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger a question today, maybe even his other vice chairs, what would you ask them?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I don't know. You think Warren's going to see this?
He might be watching right now.
He might be watching right now? Okay, Warren. This threw me off. I wasn't ready for this at all, but...
You're on the spot.
Yeah, I know. That was John just bumped into me when it went. That was John. But anyway, the question I would ask Warren Buffett is, he was to give me a single point of life experience. Because that's the biggest thing I learned from Buffett, was life experience of not worrying about the money, not worrying about your potential to grow, but life experience with how to conduct myself, how to be a better person. Because if I become the best prince I become, that's my name, I know. If I become the best prince I become, I think that everything else would do fine. So I would pretty much ask him for life experience. Don't want any money from him. Don't want any, hey, give me the greatest investment I can make into myself to become a better investor and become a better dad, a better husband, things like that. So.
Well, Prince Dykes, thank you so much for your service. Jen, Andy, back to you guys.
Okay, no, good. That's fine.
All right, Miles and now Miles is here. I'm joined. Well,
no, I'm in here.
Because I'm